Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. You probably know us by now, it's Paul down at Ccrv. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to introduce you to some of our customers that have had it for a couple of years and they've been touring the UK. So they brought it down now for a service, so I'm going to introduce you to them. They've kindly said that they'll do us a bit of an interview on where they've been, but I think you'll be surprised. This is quite a good one to watch. You know, if you're in the market for a fifth wheel, or just basically want to tour England and just go off grid and just do what you want to do for a couple of years, these folks have done it. They've got some balls, they've actually got up and done it. This is episode 1 of Mark and Donna's adventures in a Rockwood fifth wheel touring the UK. Right, there you go, that's recording now. So let's forget sit down. Right, here we are folks. This is Mark and Donna, our customers that bought this Rockwood 2622. That's right, what it was.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So what was the reason? Tell us the process of...
Well, I think we were both a bit unhappy in our work, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID and all the rest of it, do you know what I mean? Just fancied a change of direction, really.
An adventure.
Yeah, an adventure, yeah. And we started looking for motorhomes. Went to loads of shows, didn't we? Couldn't find one that we liked. And then just by chance I was driving around in Norfolk, see one of these, went online, came down to see you, and after 2 years of looking for a motorhome we walked into this and it was exactly what we wanted.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Which is yeah, perfect.
Just a no-brainer, really.
Did you look at caravans at all?
We did a little bit, but not a lot.
More motorhome than caravans, but then when we saw this, it's perfect for you've got the Ranger to go off exploring.
It's more flexible, much more flexible. So the process sort of basically, when you come down and saw us, you decided on the layout, model you liked.
Yeah, we looked at about 2 or 3 different specs that you'd got in. So this was the one.
So then you bought one. You come down, had your 3-day sort of getting used to it type. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Well, it was nearer 7 days. I think. Well, the weather was really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we came down, it was really cold and snowy.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do some of the jobs around the van, so we was here, probably 6 or 7 days, weren't we?
Yeah.
Which was really good, because it was so cold, you realise how warm the van is.
Yeah, they sounded the guy next door. Hello, thank fellow. Right, so where was the first places you sort of, you headed out of here?
We took the van back to where we lived in Lincolnshire, and then the house got sold and we started our travels about 2 years ago.
Yeah. So where did you sort of head for first? Was it?
We went to Newark, didn't we? Went to Cromwell, because we still had a few loose ends to tie up in Lincoln, and then from there we went down the A1, didn't we? Went to Grantham.
Right. Yeah.
And then we went to Rutland. Then into Northamptonshire. And then we came back into Cambridgeshire, came back to see you.
Well, did you have issues, or you just want to come down and see
Well,
us?
no, there was a gas regulator that was leaking, so we needed to swap that.
Yeah.
So then we decided, well, we did a little bit of Suffolk, didn't we? Then we went into
Norfolk.
We had a month in Norfolk, and then we went down to Essex. Kent. Went all the way along the south coast.
So basically around England. Yeah. What was your experiences with campsites? You know, did you sort of pre-book?
Yeah.
And do a bit of research, access.
I think you have to. Yeah, you have to do some homework. You know, a lot of the sites will say that they'll take 10-metre vans.
Yeah.
But you still got to ring them up just to make sure, because you're not quite 10 metres, are you?
No.
You know, with the Ranger you're 14.
Yeah.
So we use a lot of Google Earth, don't we?
Yeah.
So you can look down on the site.
Yeah.
And you can get to know roughly by looking what's on the site and how it's set out.
Yeah.
that you can get on or not.
Who was the main planner then? Was it?
We do both really.
do
I mean,
together.
I do more of the campsite bookings and making sure
Yeah.
that they can take us. Again, one of the things we've just recently been asked is if there are any height issues.
Oh, right.
Normally we go the length of it, but obviously sort of like we've had issues with low trees and whatnot, so we always ask that question. But we make sure that we've bought 2 really good road maps. So sort of like I sit there and make sure there's no bridges or issues, and then he does the actual Google Street Maps,
Which is good information for folks, you know. That's a bit of research.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you do the street walker, you can plonk yourself right outside the site.
Yeah.
Look at the entrance, so you know roughly which direction you're coming from, and how easy it is to get in.
Yeah.
So it's really useful.
Yeah.
And sometimes, obviously, the sat nav we've got is a motorhome sat nav, isn't it? So most of the
that why
sites.
you bought that? How much is that, Donna? Do you
It was
remember?
about 250, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, and that's
But
been
it's
really
been good.
helpful.
Yeah, we've oversized the van when we put the sizes in, so it says it's 14 foot. Well, obviously it's not 14 foot, but we'll make sure that we're not going to hit any bridges. So
that's the general sort of, you've researched out where you get to, where you go. What have you paid average a night? Can you?
We've gone anything.
35.
Yeah.
Well, no, we've done as low as 15, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever stay on any sort of pub type? Hookup
Yeah, we
type
spent
free?
Christmas this Christmas at a pub, didn't we?
Was it?
Oh, we don't do the free ones. We normally it's sort of like a CL site, so it's got a 5.
How much are they a night, roughly?
You were talking about 20, 25.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're a bit cheaper, but you pay for your electricity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we had some
we've done.
folks yesterday, and they're going to buy one. They got a motorhome at the moment, but they do these free pitch ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay. Basically, if you have a pint and something to eat in a pub.
Yeah.
But not everybody wants
that,
to go
but
in there. If it don't suit you, I don't think it suit me really.
No.
Pub car park, and everybody want to know what.
We normally stay a week at a time rather than move in. So we've found that if you book like because we've got no work constraints, so we normally move on a Tuesday because the people from the weekend have gone and the people that are coming for the weekend aren't there yet, so you've got
Tuesday.
more choice
That's a good tip.
Yeah,
move on a Tuesday rather than
Tuesday, Wednesday.
everybody goes
because
Saturdays.
sometimes even after we've rang up and we've told them how big we are, they still try and put us on a pitch that's too small. So we often get to the site and they'll go, oh, it's bigger than we thought. But then we'll walk to the pitch from the front office, won't we?
Yeah.
Have a look, see if we can get on it. Sometimes we'll go, we can't get on that one, but what about that one that's free over there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can go on that one. But I think if we'd done that on a Friday, you'd have
There'd
been struggling.
caravans opposite
people
us, and
going, so Tuesday is a good tip. Go Tuesday to Tuesday. We're so regimented
if you can,
with holidays, because when you're working, it's always Saturday to Saturday.
Yeah.
What would you have, sort of tips wise? So over a couple of years, I've seen this contraption here.
Yeah.
What sort of tips would you have for people potentially going to do similar type thing?
Well, we use this every day. It's a window back, so obviously during the night the van gets condensation. So we get up in the morning, take all the condensation off the windows.
Basically just I see the windows are clean, I must confess, and you just whip it off like that.
and that
it's so
keeps
much
the
easier
van.
than using a cloth or
because it just stays damp.
Yeah.
So that just completely sucks all the moisture
Because
off.
you can't. Oh, it's condensation. Even our house gets condensated.
Yeah.
If it's wet outside and you come in with a wet coat, it's going to dry out. It's going to go to the.
Well, I mean, sometimes if the temperature drops quickly outside at night and it's still warm inside, we get a little bit of condensation, but not much, do we?
Yeah, just make sure that you do your windows and.
So
there's a few little corners that you just have to
What other little things have you sort of personally would say is a tip?
Well, to get more in the freezer box, we bought a box to go in the freezer.
Just make it easier to.
And then we normally buy fresh and then put it into freezer bags. But if we buy stuff from the supermarket, we normally take it out of the packaging, put it into freezer bags, you get more in.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So you're not
And in
messing
the-
around with boxes and things like that, are we?
In the cupboards, all the cupboards we've got boxes, like plastic
Yeah.
boxes, so that the stuff doesn't rattle around.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
while you're
Yeah.
moving, like in the bathroom, we've got 2 boxes, so you just put all your stuff in them, and it's easy to pull it in and
It's all
out.
stuff
so
you sort of learn
Yeah.
going along.
Yeah,
really.
you know, cornflakes don't live in the box; they live in a
airtight
container. Do you know what I mean?
How have you got on with like waste and all this sort? That's all big questions usually asked. What do you do to waste? Do you use a tote at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a
I
tote.
mean, not. I don't know. Probably not all the sites definitely cater for this type of van.
Yeah.
So we have to mix and match a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them do. You know, we'll say to them, we've got pipe work. Can we lift a drain cover up? And if they're hopeful enough, they often do, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's another thing you've overcome because it's a sort of, because there aren't hundreds of thousands of these things all over the UK, and you're obviously quite practical. So
Yeah.
you've just figured it out as you go. There's no real.
Well, each site you have to figure out, because each site, the Elson points are all in a different position. They like to seem to hide them away in a behind
cupboard.
a fence, in a cupboard, or in a
yeah,
shed.
yeah.
So yeah, we normally tope it, because even if the motorhome a service point,
It's just great
It can be on a
waste, isn't it?
slant. It could be like that. It could be like that. And
Yeah.
obviously we want free running pipes.
Yeah. Have
So-
you just been in the UK?
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, UK, haven't we? We've done a bit of Wales, and we've
Is
done
the-
quite a lot
I'm just
of
looking
Scotland.
at the map there.
Oh,
Are all the green bits?
That's
you've
where we've been,
Oh,
yeah.
fabulous! Yeah, I'll get a picture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have get a picture of that now. Hold on a second. Let's see where we are. Right. So here's all the places they've been at. All those places there. Are you planning on filling in the other bits to green?
we want to do
definitely
Wales.
Wales.
Good. Well, that's pretty
You
impressive.
can have a picture of the map book. We've got
Yeah.
a picture of the map book with everywhere we've stopped, haven't we? Or everywhere we've been.
Yeah, we've done 5 months in Scotland, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Right. So what brings you back is basically you've done what, 4,000 miles or so?
Nearer 4,500 miles. Yeah,
4,500,
towing, yeah.
So we advise you sort of done 4,000 or 5,000 miles, come back for service. We'll check it out
Yeah.
for you. That's no problem.
It was always in the plan from when we set off towards Scotland that
Yeah.
we'd come back round this way.
Yeah, people do ask, oh, do I need an annual service like a caravan? Not really, because they're pretty hardy. If something breaks, fix it, obviously.
Yeah.
But as regards servicing and all that sort of stuff, if you've done a few miles, you've done 4,500
Yeah.
miles, then it's advisable we check the brakes and just check the van over, check the seals. this sort
Yeah,
of
well, that's what we wanted, really. Because
Yeah.
obviously we're going to go on to the next adventure.
So you've had 2 years.
Yeah, just over
Give or
2
take.
years.
So
Yeah.
what, you decided to have another year?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we
where
was
are you
meant-
going to fill in the bits, are you? Or?
Yeah, we want to fill in the Wales,
Yeah.
because we've only done sort of like the middle and the east of Wales, so we want to do all the west coast
Yeah.
of Wales. So that's
Yeah.
the next plan, to sort
Yeah,
of like
brilliant.
go
Yeah.
back across and do that. So
Yeah, because there's not a lot left there. You're going to go to Ireland or?
We did think about it, but then Scotland was that wet, and we thought Ireland would be even wetter. So we're looking to, once we've come out of Wales, was probably to go back down to the south coast.
You're not fancy Spain or?
We do, yeah. But the trouble is, by the time you get there, you've got to come back again now.
The 3 months.
Yeah.
We've had customers, and what they've done, everybody follows the sun, goes to Spain, Portugal, the usual. And what they've done is gone over and gone the other way. They've gone Sweden, Finland.
oh
Norway.
right, yeah,
And they said it's absolutely breathtaking.
Stunning,
You know,
yeah.
the whole. Everybody seems to get off the ferry and go south.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I suppose if you go in the summer, it's something I probably would consider doing. Norway, Finland, Sweden.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what
It
it
would
costs.
be lovely,
Amazing.
yeah. the
But I
trouble
think
is,
it'd be different, and
yeah.
you have done something completely different.
Yeah.
Most folks buy them Spain,
Yeah.
yeah, cram
I
themselves
think
up
we
in
would
a.
have done if we could have stopped longer. You know what I mean? I think we would have probably done the first year, and instead of going to Scotland, we would have gone into
South,
France,
yeah.
Portugal, Spain, and probably never come back again.
Really? Yeah.
But obviously you can't. So
No.
we know how short 3 months is, don't we? So by the time we got into a bit of France,
Take you 3 or 4 weeks to get there, and
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks there and drive back, and it's quite expensive. We've had other customers that have done it, and they said you don't realise how the money goes. On
Oh, yeah.
fuel, tolls, it just all them.
well, it does in this country, doesn't it? Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since we set off, obviously the fuel's come down. I mean, when we set off, I think we were paying 198 for
Yeah.
diesel, and now it's
What
we've
do you
had
think
it.
you get out of the Ranger?
We don't really know, but we do know
they're not
if we do 50 miles towing, it'll take 100 miles worth
Off
of
the
diesel,
diesel.
depending on how up and down it is.
3.2. We've got one 3.2 range here that's been chipped. Now generally they won't do 30 to the gallon empty, and that does 33, 34 to the gallon empty.
We normally put about 80 quid's worth of diesel in a week, which normally gets us to the site, allows us to go out every day, and then we'll put 80 quid to move to the next site. So we've always factored that in.
But big thanks to Mark and Donna for doing the interview, so you can tell our customers that you've actually enjoyed life. I haven't paid them, by the way. This is all genuine. All right, so thanks for watching.